Hello, how are
Hi,
you?
nice to meet you virtually. I'm good. Thank you for asking. How about you?
I'm very good, thank you.
Good to see you. By the way, I just want to let you know that you can share your screen, and we are on YouTube Live. So some of the participants, or actually most of them, are watching through YouTube link. And during the session, if there are any questions, or even after the session, we will force it to you, of course, directly. And without further ado, I'm really thrilled to introduce to you our sixth speaker for today's convention. She is an economist, a postgraduate in business law, who was born with a strong entrepreneurial soul and a deep passion to enterprise. A passionate lady and a coach. Please welcome Miss Aline Lima. Take it away.
Thank you very much. Yes, I'm all of that, and I'm also a therapist. I don't really call myself a coach. I'm going to talk a little bit about that during my presentation, but anyway, I will share my screen and we can go from there. Okay. Okay, hey, can you see my screen, Summer? Is everything all right on your side?
Yes, clear. We can hear you clearly and we can see the screen. You can
Okay,
share.
perfect, perfect. Thank you very much. Okay, great. It's a pleasure to be back here. I was a presenter the last Digital Expo, and I'm very happy to be back. In such a short time, um, you guys managed to do everything again, and also some things changed on my side. Now I'm a bit more focused on talking about balance. I've always spoke about pretty much ways that we entrepreneurs can find happiness, and ways we can actually be happier in our businesses and our lives. And I've been talking a lot about balance, and today I want to tell you guys all my findings about balance and these 5 steps to finding balance. Okay, so very quickly about myself, some already told you. Yes, I'm an economist, that's my background. I worked as a private equity analyst, so my background is also investments, but I'm also the founder of 700 Business and a holistic therapist and an investor in the making. So when I thought about 700 Business, I thought about it being a business accelerator, but soon I realized that when we work on our mindsets, when we work on our minds, our emotions and feelings, business seems to be an easier thing for some reason. And I just realized that was actually my call, was to help founders to find this place of balance, this place of peace. But also that was always my sort of my call to continue on how I started my career, which is investment. So that's what I'm in the making. Is I'm becoming an angel investor who cares a lot about their founders' well-being, about their success in their business, but also success in their lives. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about balance. We I think a lot of people are talking about balance, and is it actually a buzzword? Is it like, are people using it too much? And I want to invite you to think about it now. Like, what does balance mean to you? I've spoke to so many entrepreneurs, and I've heard their perspective on this. And a lot of times they would say, "Oh yeah, it's possible to find balance, but it's really hard." Or some other would just say, "Oh, it's impossible." Either you have a successful business or you have balance. The two cannot coexist. And anyway, just want to ask you now, who is watching me, what does balance mean to you? And just to spice up a bit your maybe your beliefs or your understanding of balance, I would like to ask you, do you believe that nature thrives in extremes? Just think of a plant. If you give it a lot of water, or if you don't give it water at all, is it going to survive? I use the word thrive here, but thrive is like really growing and being, successful. And is this plant going to thrive? No. It's not gonna. It's probably gonna die, right? So the same way for us entrepreneurs, the same for us people, we don't thrive in extremes. So yeah, sometimes we do work more because we have maybe a launching, maybe we have some plans, we have some goals, and cool. But is it gonna be like that forever? So because this is an extreme. Essentially, we should find balance. Sooner or later, working too much is an extreme. Working too little is also an extreme. So we need to find a balance. We need to find the middle path. And just to tell you some myths about balance. So the first one is the myth that balance is about giving the same amount of time to every department of your life. And that doesn't work like that, unfortunately. If you just think, if you have 24 hours and you divide this 24 hours per, let's say, 4 departments, still you wouldn't be able to do that, because most of us need to sleep 8 hours per day, and most of us work 8 hours plus per day, and all the rest you need to eat, you need to rest, you need to make food, you need to do many things. So balance is not really about time. Balance is more about how all the departments of your life is going. So we're gonna talk a little bit about that later on. But before, I want to tell you one more myth. Is that it's not a myth, it's just like most of us think balance is the same for every single person. But for example, I'm married and I don't have kids and I don't have a dog and I just have a cat, and my parents don't live in the same country as I do. They live in my home country, which is Brazil, and some of my friends are in Brazil as well, some are here. So essentially, the way my life looks like, it's a bit different than how your life looks like. So what is balance for you may be not exactly balanced for me. And what is for you, and what is for me, not for you, vice versa. So here it's important to understand what exactly balance is for us. Okay, so I'm gonna give you 5 steps into finding balance. And so the first step for us to find balance is to ask ourselves, what is success to me? What does success mean to me? What is that? So, and here there are 2 levels of success actually. So usually we see something outside and in our world. So we think, or maybe we saw someone who was doing really well in their business and we were like, wow, I'd like to have success like that. I'd like my business to grow, I don't know, 10%, 20% a year, or I'd like to, I don't know, have this sort of relationship. I'd like this and that. So this is all the outside. You see, and this is a normal thing we do, humans. We look outside to sort of compare and like, okay, I like that, I want that too. So this is the in, the out actually. This is the outside success, and there is an inside success that is more now like emotions. It's something that we don't really have access to most of the time. What is the definition of success for our mind, or for our subconscious mind? So a lot of times you're like, okay, I want my business to grow this way. Cool. So this is your definition of success. But maybe deep inside, to your subconscious mind, that's not exactly what success is. Maybe success for your subconscious mind is to grow a little bit less, and also, I don't know, do some other things, not only focus on that particular venture you have, or anyway, just name it. You get the idea. So, and that causes a lot of imbalance. That's one of the things I noticed that causes the most amount of imbalance to entrepreneurs. We say like, oh, I have this goal, I want to achieve this specific thing, and then we don't, and we get really frustrated, and we just become out of balance. Essentially that. So what I want you to do here is to choose one word that means success to you. Usually I do choose 10 words and then choose one word that means success to you. But here, let's make it quicker. So just look at those words. They're usually values as well. But look at them and just pick one word that you think that maybe means success to you. And usually this one word is connected to your subconscious mind. So this is how we start understanding if our out definition of success and our in definition of success is the same, because then it's easier to keep balance, right? So just pick one, look at them. There are about 50 words there, or 55 words. Just look at them and find the one that means success to you. So maybe it's fame if you're maybe a musician, but it's funny, I've worked with some musicians that didn't actually want fame. You may think, oh, every artist or maybe every musician, they actually want fame, but that's not the point, you know. That was something interesting for me. And recently I worked with someone whose definition of success was freedom. For me, for a long time, it was money. Some other people that did the same exercise with me came with all different types of words. Some of them said family. Family was their definition of success. So I don't think family is here, by the way. Just looking quickly. Friendships, maybe it is, I don't know. If it's not, just if the word that came to you, it's not that, don't worry. Just pick your one word. Okay, so and write it down, keep it to you. We're gonna use it again. And now so now we find where the unbalance is. So usually there is so this is the QR code if you want to download this Wheel of Life. So just scan it and you can open this Wheel of Life. So you can even add it on your phone or maybe on your desktop, just choose. Okay, so this Wheel of Life shows the 4 departments of your life. So your professional life, department, health, assets, and relationship. So what you're gonna do is just you're gonna find you're gonna just give a score to each department. So I'm gonna give you a couple of minutes. Just take a deep breath and just give a score to your professional life. What is your satisfaction with your professional life? You probably are an entrepreneur, and I don't know if you're aware of it, but not all entrepreneurs are actually 100% satisfied with their businesses, so or sometimes with their professional life. So what is your level of satisfaction with your business or with your professional life, with what you do, with how you serve in this planet of ours? Just give it a score, 1 to 10. And then your earnings. Do you earn as much as you want? How about the environment? Do you like where you work from? Do you like the people you work with? And now you can move to relationships. What is the score you would give to your romantic department, your family, friends? So just let it come to you. Don't overthink. Just let this score flow to you. Okay, so family, friends, and romantic. And another department is also our assets. And more than ever now, we know that our time is our most precious asset. So the more time we have, the more we can actually have, the other things we want, build more capital, and maybe invest in other projects, invest in other things we want. And the capital, of course, we want to grow it. So we are independent, so financially independent, so we can actually enjoy other areas of life and be comfortable, right? So this is how our capital has its place. So, and then you also have your talents. So everything that you have inside, everything that you can do, that is, available to building your assets or building your capital. And then the most important, maybe, of them, it's our health. And here I divided by body, mind, and soul. So what is the score you would give to your body? Like, are you healthy? Are you energized? What is the score you would give? And also your mind. I had so many clients like, where is the unbalance? The unbalance is in my mind. So what is the level of your satisfaction with your mind or your mental health? People are talking a lot about it, and so am I. Actually. So what is the score you give to your mind? And here I put our soul as well, as a way of everything that you came to this earth to do, or everything, because our soul, let's say, is happy when we are serving, when we growing, when we are having fun. And so if there is an imbalance there, it's probably going to show everywhere. So imbalance in our minds or body can just can go to all the other departments and make us think that there's something going wrong here. Okay, so just download it. If you didn't give the score to every department, just have a look, just download it. And then the third step to finding balance. What is the connection between the success and the imbalance? So you got your one word, and you probably got already the score here. What is maybe the lowest score you gave? I don't know if it's your professional life, or if the relationships, health, or assets, or which department inside of these departments. But I want to invite you to think, what is the connection? So the first thing for you to understand here is that everything that you're looking for outside, you're looking for inside. So I told you some people said their definition of success was freedom. So if freedom is what they are looking for outside, they're probably looking for inside as well. And something that could be the lowest score in this situation could be maybe the time. Maybe they're too busy. So it's something to look for, right? So just look at your word, look at the smallest or the lowest score you gave to your life at the moment, and just let it come to you. What is the connection here? Okay. And now the fourth step, smart work. So I know we entrepreneurs like to do things ourselves. I learned that the hardest way, because when I had the idea for 700 Business, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna help entrepreneurs to, be happy and all that stuff. We entrepreneurs don't really ask for help. So the most successful entrepreneurs, they learn to delegate. So, and here the first way for you to delegate is to maybe choose to do therapy or coaching to find this balance. So if you look at all the scores, and you're gonna see what are the lowest scores you gave. So when should you decide to do that? Now, tomorrow, one day? So it's a funny thing, this motivation for us. Like, a lot of people see balance as something not very sexy, or maybe something that is not going to give you results maybe immediately, or I don't want to invest in finding balance, because no, I have other things to invest at the moment. But then it comes a time that you have to. I worked with a marketing strategist who was hospitalized because of actually it was anxiety. So she was getting some information from her body that things were going wrong. Things were out of balance. And instead of stopping and thinking like, okay, what's going on here, she kept working, kept pushing through the pain that she was feeling just to make her business successful. And eventually she ended up in hospital for many reasons. And so I keep telling people all the time, like, what is your motivation? It's because you love yourself so much that you actually want to be successful in all departments of your life, or it's because things are out of control and you have to invest in that. So, and here you have two options. You have therapy, that's what I do, and you have coaching. There are many types of coaching that actually work with balance. And what I do, it's a bit of both, because people say, oh, therapy talks about the past and coaching talks about the future. But as someone whose background is not necessarily in therapy or psychology, only that, I'm always obsessed with results, and I can only look at the maybe past and go past everything maybe that happened to you if there is something to look forward to. If you have something to look forward in your life or something in the future, then you're gonna have this motivation, you're gonna have this drive to really change things that are not really nice. And sometimes imbalances in our lives are things that we don't really want to look at because then we need to act and you need to change some things here and there. But anyways, smart work, delegate, therapy or coaching, you can do that. Okay, cool. So the fourth step to finding balance is, of course, is the new outcome. So you changed here, you worked smart, and there is a new outcome. So let me tell you a little secret here. Maybe it will confuse you a bit, but just stay with me. Okay, so everything in our lives and everything in the world is balanced. What? Yeah, unfortunately it is, because balance is not necessarily 50-50. We only know when things are not really nice, when we just get a result that we don't want. So for example, maybe this person I told you I worked with, she only realized the balance that she had wasn't exactly very good when the result she received was the hospital sort of bill. Essentially that. Or when she had to go to hospital because her health was really in a bad place. But everything was balanced in her life. So when you change things, so here, if you work smart, okay, you found what success is, you found imbalance, you found a connection, you worked smart, and then you check the result. Because with a different balance, you have a different result. Okay, so I worked with an entrepreneur whose definition of success was family. And the lowest score in his life was health and professional life. So during the session, we realized that, of course, as success was family, it was not exactly his immediate family, like kids and wife. It was his own family, is to make amendments with this prime primary relationships. So that was actually what his mind wanted, or deep inside, what he wanted to achieve was to make amendments with his family. Okay, so this was success to him. And when he looked at his maybe relationships department, he thought, oh, everything's fine. Even though that was actually the definition of success, which was 10, you would think, oh yeah, okay, everything's fine. No, really, because his health and unhappiness in the professional life was affecting his family department. And the way to find a new balance or to find a new outcome was to solve this bit with his family, or his primary family, parents, essentially that, okay? And also something funny I also realized is that I told you money used to be my definition of success, and that's what I want also ask you, because it can help you realize what you can change to get a new result, to change your balance so you find a new result. Is what else this word represent to you, your word? Because I told you my word was money, and money used to represent for me confidence. So if I was looking for money outside, I was looking inside, and what does money represent? Confidence. So that's what I was looking for. So what I would need to work on was pretty much that, my confidence, okay? And that's what I actually did. Cool. So if you guys have any question, maybe if you want to ask me about your words, help me to maybe find the connection between your words and your lowest maybe score, just let me know. And thanks for watching me. And also you can find all the information about my business on a website, or you can write me an email. You can also scan the QR code for Instagram, YouTube, and also the last QR code is to book a session. Okay, so that was very quick. So Summer, thank
you. Thank you for I know that you're a very busy person, and thank you for gracing us to this second day of the Digital Expo, and I hope to have you again on the next Digital Expo, hopefully early in next year.
Absolutely, we should be there. I just don't know how to stop sharing my screen here.
Sure, I can do that for you. And
okay. Oh, there we go.
Questions for any other questions or follow up, maybe a follow up inquiry regarding with with enrolling on any of your what do you call this, therapy sessions, we will force it directly to you, of course.
That's great. So if any of you guys have any question, want to help me, or want my help to find some connections, okay, between your words and the imbalance, let me know, and you know where to find me.
Of course. Thank you for flashing your information as well.
Sure.
And again, we really appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
You have a good one. You stay safe.
You too. Bye bye. Thanks so much for having me. Bye bye.
Thank you.